Alright, so I'm going to attempt to be showing you how to create a dedicated server for Linux and Windows potentially. But if you want to go the Windows route, I'll show you how, but I'm going to stop when it comes to opening ports because I could never get it to work on Windows, but I got it to work on Linux. So if you can figure out the port situation with Windows, and if you have a second computer with a Steam account, then you can technically use it that way. I can't because I only have one computer with a Steam account that's running Windows, so the Windows setup for their servers won't work for me. Now the first thing you need to do is go here and follow this whole thing in order to get access to the source version of Unreal. Unreal, you just Google this and you come here, and this, you see it says private. You have to link your GitHub account with your Epic Games Launcher, and in that window that I just had up, it tells you how to do all that, and then you can come and click here, and then don't click the initial release because it will pick whatever release is initial, and at this point in time 4.26.1 released a couple days ago, so that's going to be considered the actual release. So you want to scroll down and find whichever one you have. I currently have 4.26. So then you're going to have this, go over here, and then download it as a zip file. And then once you do that, it's going to put it in your downloads, and then you're going to unzip it. Preferably you would unzip it to your C drive to make things a lot easier. And you open it, and then you would click setup.bat, and it's going to sit there and run, depending on the speed of your system, anywhere from 10 minutes to a couple of hours to get all that said and done. And once all this is done, and you're pretty much done with that, you can go away with that for the time being. Now, after you do that, and this is also assuming that you already have, if you are using Survival Game Kit, that you follow his integration. You're going to go to his documentation, go to his tutorial playlist, and you're going to scroll down. I think it's video 19. Yeah. And then follow this video to get that set up. Once you have all that set up, then you need to come into here and click New C++ class, None. And I just call it for code generation because that's all it's used for. So I can type for code generation, create class. Now, this probably won't pop up for you, but I currently have this in source control, and I made a copy of my program, or a copy of my game, so that way it didn't mess with my files that are on my server that the other people that are helping me with this do. So that probably isn't going to pop up for you. This is going to do its thing to add code, and here in a minute it'll pop up down here saying compiling or something like that, and then it will open up Visual Studio. So we'll let this run until that happens. Alright, so the compile completed. It's going to open Visual Studio. When this opens, we do not need this open yet. So once it is done doing what it's doing, this is the file that we just created for code generation. We're not doing anything with it. It was just simply to add C++ code to a blueprint project. Now, at this moment in time, it's going to do this every time that you come in here. You have to wait for all these to finish parsing, but because we don't need this open yet, we do not have to wait for that to finish, and we can just close that out completely at this moment in time. Now, drop your project down, and then go to wherever your game is located at. I put mine here so it can easily be accessed. Open up source, and you're going to make a copy of this. And then you're going to rename it that. Survival is whatever the name of your game is. Mine is right now just survival for tutorial purpose. So it'll be survivalserver.target.cs. Now we're going to open this. I lied. We're not going to do that yet. Now we are going to go back and we are going to open up survival.sln. Again, that's the name of my project. Your project name will obviously differ. So then we're going to go into source. You see these right here. This is the one we just copied and pasted. You want to right click on source, go to add existing item, and then you want to go back to there, grab that, hit add, and now you see it right here. Everything that's in here, you can just straight up delete. Goodbye. And then you're going to, I'll put a thing for this down in the description below. And you're going to want to replace this with the name of your project. For me, it's survival again, project, or survival server target. Same thing for here. Survival server target, and then down here, it's just the name of your project and the name of your project alone. Survival. God, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. What the hell did I just do? There we go. Double check. Yep. All right. And then go ahead and save all. And then let me look back at my notes. Okay. Now you want to close out of this again. And then you want to right click survival, whatever the name of your U project, and you want to generate Visual Studio project files. Now this may fail for me, and it may fail for you. It may not. It depends. Okay, it did not. So if it does fail for you for some reason, and it tells you about the reason that it failed is because it can't build what is it, the Steam advanced sessions, whatnot. Right click on the plugins folder, click on properties, uncheck that, click apply, tell it to apply all subfolders, hit apply again, hit OK. And then you shouldn't have that issue again. Now we are going to want to go back into here. And for this part, once I begin this build process for each, I'm going to pause the video and resume once the build has finished, because this build is probably going to take quite a while, for me at least. So again, you want to make sure that all of this stuff gets parsed, which for me is going to be a lot because I have an absolute ass ton in this game. So I'll let the video record until this finishes parsing. Actually, I take that back. Let's go ahead and do this and do development editor. Oh, something isn't right. Oh, I think I skipped a step. Oh, shit. We need to now tell this to go to source. That way it runs off of the source build only, and it doesn't run off of the build that you downloaded from the Epic Games Launcher. As of right now, the Epic Games Launcher version that you downloaded is null and void, and it's not going to open it back up within that project. Now we can go back into here. And up here, come on. There we go. Now you see the name of your game up here. And then make sure, yeah, there we go. Now all of my stuff is here. So you're going to want development editor. Now we wait for all this to parse out. I'm going to pause it because there's a lot of parsing to be done. When the parsing is done, I will unpause the video and continue from there. Alright, so it finished parsing all the files. Again, we are on development editor. So then now we need to come up here, right click, and build solution. This can take anywhere from, like I said, 10 minutes to a few hours. So again, once you do that, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video until it is complete. I'll see you guys, for you guys, and it's instant. For me, I'm probably going to die. All right. Okay, so that built way faster than I actually thought it was going to. See, build succeeded, 2 failed. Mine has always said that 2 have failed. Don't know what 2 failed, but it's never caused me an issue. So after you do that, you want to go and build development server. And it's going to change everything over to that. Yeah. And then, yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to start parsing everything again. So I'm just going to let the video run. No, I'm probably not. It shouldn't take long to parse these files this time. Then again, I say it shouldn't, but it probably will take quite a while. So I'm going to pause the video again, and I'll see you guys in an instant. Alright, that finished. And again, we're on development server. Once your parsing finishes, then you are going to go once again to solution and right click solution and click build again. And then it's going to build the server side for Unreal. Alright, while this builds, I'm going to pause the video and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so now that that's finally finished, we should be, yeah, we are finished with all this. So now we can exit here, and then we can open up our project. Yeah, see, this is what's right here. Yep, go ahead and rebuild them. And it may give you that error. That error may happen right here. Yep, failed to read, blah, blah, blah. So let's go here. Properties. Apply to all. We're going to leave this open. We're going to do this again. Why? Okay. So this was another issue that I've had before in the past, so we're just going to cancel that. What is... Oh, why are you still open? Oh god, no, go away. Why did that open up? Is that why it failed? No, that is not why it failed. Alright, so there's one thing that we can try. And that is by going into here, deleting Y. Oh, is it? It's still trying to open it. No? Maybe? That's weird. Oh, is it because I had that open? Yes. Dumbass. That's why I have this down here in this corner. And typically you only need these two, but for the sake of this, no. I'm just going to replace with what I had. Drag and copy that over. And go back. And let's try this again. Yep, go ahead and redo it. There, that should have worked. I don't know why it does that. That happened with the one of the videos that I was watching with the guy that I learned how to do this from. Half of it anyway. I didn't learn the Linux portion for him. I learned the Linux portion from trial and error. So once it finishes this, it should open up the editor. Yeah, there we go. Now it's building. Again. Build, 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 build. I feel like I build more than I create. There we go. Now we're opening up. This is inside of the source version. This is not in... Why does it say 4.26? I never noticed that. Maybe I do have 4.26.21 from the jump. Do I? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that the actual version that I've got? No, 4.26. Okay. Well, I know that I downloaded 4.26. I don't know. I'll have to open up my other one in Perforce and find out. Only time will tell. So, yeah, this is... I'm compiling shaders and all that great nonsense. That's why it always gets stuck at 93%. Oh, 95. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. Alright. This is the test level that I've got. I'm going to open up all the other tabs that I had open. Where are there? They are. Okay. Give me that. No. Give me that. No. What? Yeah, give me you. Go up there. Ignore those. We're going to leave the message log open. This is my main level that's currently being worked on, so we're just going to do this because it has less shit in it. Whenever it wants to load. There we go. Oh yeah. Now we get to recompile shaders consistently. So give me a minute and I'll be back once those compile. Alright, shaders are now compiled. So now you want to go into project settings, maps and modes, You want to make sure that your default game mode is set to what you want, so on and so forth, and that your game instance is your game instance that you have set up. Your game default is your menu map. You don't need a transition map, and your server default map is the actual level that will be being played. That's grammatically correct, but it does not sound grammatically correct. And then you want to go over to packaging. And if it's your first time being in here, it'll look like this, and you're going to have to click this drop-down arrow. And then you're going to want to fill in list of maps to include in package build. And then if you don't know how to get all this in here, you're not context sensitive, sure, you can just click on this right here and then go to where your maps are located and just click on them. Like, let's see, which one was this? This was survival. So you would just find it, go there, hit open, and yes, I know. And then it automatically, whoa, I don't know, hold up. Give me that. What? Okay, so that's the first time I've seen that. Am I? Yeah, I'm not connected to source control, so what the hell? Whatever, it's fine. We'll just type it in manually. It is what it is. So this right over here where it says game is content. So you got quote unquote game, survival game kit v2, maps, submaps. So we got survival kit 2 maps / submaps / survival. Yep. All right. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that is that. So you can exit out of there. You do need to make sure that in your config file, DefaultEngine.ini looks like this. From here, no, I'm sorry, from here down. I'll copy and paste this into the description below as well. That way you can just copy and paste this. I will not leave the Steam app ID because this is my Steam app ID, but you will be replacing this with I'll replace it with 480 in the copy and paste section. And this right here is very important to keep. It tells you exactly line by line what it's doing to give you a readout. So, that being said, we're going to go there and do that and do that. And yes, that's all great. That's all fine. We're good there. Then you want to come over here. Make sure that you have all of this set up in the host load game server. Just pause the video and go from there with that. And then in the host new game server, that should be the only spot. Yeah. Again, pause it if you need to copy. And then server browser, copy, or pause and copy if you need. I swear there was another spot that had two of them, but I mean, you'll know where to put everything if you follow his tutorial that I posted at the beginning of this video. So now that that is all said and done, to get your dedicated server to officially work, this is what you're going to have to do. Is dedicated server. So that way, if you hold B and click, it brings up a branch, or you can type branch, or a branch is encoding an if and then statement, so you can type if and it brings it up, blah, blah, blah. Now, if it is a dedicated server, then we want to create an advanced session. If it is not a dedicated server, then just go ahead and continue on and do everything that you're doing. Per normal, we want is dedicated server, presence needs to be turned off. We can't allow invites and all that. I set both of these to 100 anyway. Don't need a player controller for this, and you can leave these out. However, for me, I like to put print strings on everything. So on success, in here, motherfucker. Created server. On failure. Did not create server. I had to look over for a second. I was like, please tell me I actually clicked resume. If you do not have this right here inside of your game mode, it's not going to run. You're going to run into problem after problem after problem with it not showing up in the browser window. I fucking fought and traveled and dealt with this for weeks before I figured out that it had to go in the game mode. I was new to the whole dedicated server shit, and yeah, it was a journey that I had to take by myself because nobody else really had good documentation for it. So, that being said, there's that. The extra settings node, you can do the same if you want. Diffuse does not talk much about this. And I'm still learning about the extra settings thing, but make literal, what is it, property string? Yeah. And then inside here would be game name. I don't know if this actually works or not. I don't think it does, but we're going to find out. Excuse me. So now, when it launches the dedicated server, and this goes off, it's going to say, is dedicated server, Unreal is going to know, yes, I am a dedicated server. Boom, we're going to create this. If you play the game yourself and open it up, then it's going to do this, and it's going to say, no, I'm not a dedicated server, so let's just go ahead and continue on down the line here and do the rest of our logic that we're supposed to be doing. Now, I'm still going to tie this into here because I'm pretty sure that it still has to go down that way anyway for the dedicated server. I have not tried it disconnected, so I do not want to find out, especially making this video, because I really don't want to make this video twice. Now that that's all said and done, go ahead, File, Save All, and then go ahead to Package Project. Your build target is the server, and it is for Linux. We are going to put this in our test build folder, and we are going to select this folder, and it is going to start. And I'm going to mute my mic, but we are going to sit here and watch this the entire time. Well, I'm actually going to step away to go smoke a cigarette real quick, but if it fails and I'm away, I apologize. I'll probably find a way to edit that out. Alright, I'm back. And realizing it has 691 modules to build, I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back when it is done. Alright, so I finished building the server. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to package project. Build target is survival, which is the game itself. We are going to build that for Windows, not Linux. Go ahead and click build. We're going to select, same folder. And actually, I'm going to cancel that real quick to make sure. No, stop. God bless it. Did I actually did I remember to do this right? Yeah, okay. So if you untick full rebuild, it doesn't do a full rebuild every time it builds, and I haven't added anything new, so there's no reason for me to do a full rebuild. So there we go. Now the game itself should not take that long to build. See how many modules it has to build, if any, honestly. Well, this is the first time it's also opened it, so it may have to compile shaders again now that I think about it. But we shall find out. $764. Okay. I'm going to pause the video again, and I'll be back when this is done. All right. All right. Finally finished. It's only 12:49 in the fucking morning. All right, now that that's all said and done, if you want to build for Windows, you would just come down here, build target, survival server, and then click that. Now, I'm not going to do that at this moment in time. Well, I may pause the video and let my computer stay on overnight while I sleep. Yeah, whatever. We'll do a Windows server. We'll do a Windows server as well. So we're just going to go ahead and drop this down. And inside of test builds, you see Linux server. There's everything for the Linux server, and then there's our regular game. Now we need to put this on our server. Now, typically you're going to use any type of FTP software or cPanel or however they have it set up nowadays for like AWS or what the fuck ever else is out there now. I don't know. I host on my own server that I have in-house. But same concept should roughly apply to you, because I know that y'all can putty in or SSH in all the same shit to y'all's server and communicate via terminal. So there we go, we have that. So we're going to log into my server. And we are going to CD to the desktop. We are going to, I'm sorry, we are going to change to Linux server, and then we are going to make sure that the chmod on you is set to 774. And we are going to ls again, it should be green, there we go. And now we are going to / survival server.sh tac log. Let's go ahead and make this a little bigger for right now, and we are going to enter. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. / And there you go. Created server. It knew it was a dedicated server, so it created it. So now, there's two ways you can do this. This one's never really worked for me, but if you go to servers, LAN, there it is right there. See, the name didn't follow with it. I don't know why. But if you go over to internet, let's see, we have a ping latency of 47. Yeah, see, it doesn't, for some other reason, it won't show up here. I don't know. I haven't figured that out. Still working on that one. But I do know that as long as I did everything right, I'm pretty sure that I did. Let's go ahead and bring this over to my other window. We can go ahead and close you out. We can open this, and we can, let's open up the actual game. Multiplayer server browser, and it should show up. Yep, there it is. You can't, I don't, it's not, okay, I'll bring it over there in a minute. So we connect, and over at my other, on the Steam thing, it's showing that I'm connecting, and hey, here we are. I'm officially in my server that is hosted on my Linux machine that is across the way. And you'll see, let me do like this and grab you and drag you over here. See where, let's see, created the server, and then I don't know what that is, that always shows up. And then it saw my Steam, all the connecting info, and then join succeeded. And there you go. Now I just closed my session, but my server's still running. Cool. Normally, if you have a Linux server and you, yeah, see, it closed it. So it knew that I was the main host, so it switched over. Anyway. So yeah, that's that. Now I can, where did, I need you. Let's log in to you. Let's delete, go away. Okay. Now, let's go and let's package the project. See how long this one is going to take. Please don't take fucking all night like the last one did. Do a quick build for me. Come on, don't do a full rebuild. Quote unquote record time is 41 minutes and 30 seconds right now. Real time, it's been about 4 hours. And who knows, maybe because I'm, yeah, this should build really fast. I'm just going to let this one sit and talk. So, who knows? Maybe because I'm actually recording, trying to say that I could never get it to work on Windows. Watch. It's going to build this, and it's going to show up in my actual thing. I'm opening a drink. Sorry, guys. That was probably one of the cringiest noises you've ever heard. But, watch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build like I'm doing now, and then I'm going to open the Windows server and watch it show up. Yeah, that built stupid quick. Glad I didn't wait until the morning. I'd have been like, son of a bitch. Just wait for the 197 errors to pop up here in a second. 0 errors though. Oh, it's close. Didn't I say 100 something? Or did I say 1,000? Either way it goes. Alright, so now we're officially done with you. You can go away altogether. So, Windows Server. Now what you want to do is create a shortcut to this, and then rename this. Nope, I'm sorry. You don't want to rename that. You want to right click it, go to properties, and at the very, oh god, the very end of this, you want to hit spacebar, hyphen, log. Click apply, click OK. And then the window should pop up. There we go. Wow. No way. I've done that so many times before and it's giving me errors out the ass. Alright, so you see it said created server. Bring that to my other window. Windows no editor. If it shows up, I'm going to be pissed. Server browser. Yeah, no, see, doesn't show up. Now if I go LAN, it should show up. Or it's not going to show up there either. Normally it shows up in LAN at least. Okay, it did. Yeah, there's LAN. But under actual web browser, like internet servers, it doesn't show it. Even though it says it created the server. So something with the ports or whatever within Windows is really fucked up and I can't figure it out. And I don't care, honestly, because, excuse me, because I use Linux for server-based stuff consistently. I don't use Windows for any of that stuff whatsoever. But that's how you create one for Windows, and that's how you create one for Linux. That's how you run one with Linux, and you saw that that worked from the Windows machine, or the Linux machine, but the Windows one did not work. So, I appreciate y'all watching this video. If it has helped you in any way, shape, or form, I'm glad. If you have any questions whatsoever, I will leave a link to my Discord in the description below. Feel free to send me a message with any questions you may have throughout the entirety of everything that I showed you. All right, I appreciate it. Bye.